Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome
Hello.
to the Listen Queens.
Hello, hello.
What's up? I need somebody to share this for me because
I'm on it, so start talking.
there's been another situation that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of the Listen Queens. There is only one Listen Queen, there's only one thug, and there's one rainbow bright at the top of the stage. There we go. Just saying, there can only be one. We're like the Highlanders.
The Listen Queen.
Hold on,
The Wicked Woman, a.k.a. Bear Thug.
well, maybe I should do it like this with the brownie. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, there can only be one. We're so glad you decided to join us this evening. We've just been sitting around waiting for Friday. We got a lot going on. Some got some stories to share, some don't. Some were drunk, most of us weren't.
Come on.
We're gonna have church tonight. Like I try to do my 15 to 20 of church on every episode. That's how we roll, baby. Got a lot of big things coming up. Hey, brother, love you. He said, even
Whatever,
he
Todd.
said hi to you.
Whatever, Todd.
Ooh.
Oh, that's you. I'm like, oh my God, something followed me home from Margaret Mitchell house this afternoon.
Aw, the sweet Lynn. Hey,
Hello, sister. Sister, are you with Mama? Ladies and gentlemen, I will try to contain myself tonight because Leanne's mom might be watching and I don't want to get beat next time I go visit.
Mama, cover your ears. Mama, cover your ears.
She may be tiny, but she's mighty. I tell you what. One thing I do want to take the time this episode, thank all of you that prayed for Leanne and her family while her daddy was in the hospital. He is home. He's doing better. So we really appreciate all the prayers. I didn't hurt anybody when I went, to the hospital, but, there's still time. So we all are very appreciative. And we know there's a lot of you out there that pray for us all the time, and we really appreciate it. Joanne Stewart, what's up? That is my chick from Canada. Y'all just don't know. Joanne is hysterical. She sent me a couple messages this week that I think she might have made me blush, but I was crying. I was laughing so hard. Hey, Irene.
Thank you for pausing Grey's Anatomy.
Irene, I'm glad to see you. And Leanne said Mama does say thank everybody. I had an eventful last weekend. I got to spend the weekend with Todd and Leanne. You're praying for my mental stability? Well, that's been gone. I was at the hall with my soul family. There was a few people missing, like these two lovely ladies on the screen. It was a beautiful 2-day event with Dave Spinks and my shero, Serenity Jenny, my mama bear, my papa bear, all the Night Stalkers. I got to see Melvin and Mama Jean, Billy and Tanya. But it was just a beautiful thing. I promise you there was a light. It looked like a light coming out of the ground in Franklin, Kentucky this past weekend. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Hey, Fro boy.
He's hiding the curls.
He had
They're
that
gone.
Ah! No! I'm so
They're gone.
I am so mad. Oh, no. That's like when Todd shaves and I lose it. No, sir.
My baby's back.
I just went to the barber shop today.
Glue it all back on right now.
No.
Dude,
We have
that
a
was
wedding to attend tomorrow.
so. You telling me curly haired people don't go to weddings?
Listen.
Hey, Courtney, I love you.
No, he had a fro going on. We just
Hey,
couldn't have all that
Coco.
nonsense.
Please feel better.
I mean, if for anybody who doesn't know, we really have not had our girl time in about 2 weeks. I mean,
Yeah,
we all
it's
kind of hit and missed each other, but dang, it's been almost 2 weeks since we've had girl time.
Yeah, we took yeah. Everybody's doing something. Then Eileen, she down there down in Florida living it up during a hurricane.
And if you're gonna have a hurricane, drink hurricanes, might as well have one.
And ladies and gentlemen, just so I can remind everyone, the Parathug does not drink for everyone else's safety. So I'm always sober. Just saying. The
I
only thing.
did try to include y'all, but I wasn't getting signal down there. I was trying to include y'all.
Well, I was in Kentucky, so we neither one of us had signal.
Heck, I was commenting on a live broadcast that wasn't even live. According to my phone, it was live.
Courtney, I promised to behave. Mama's watching, and I refuse to act a fool in front of my mama.
Courtney,
just give it time. Give it time. Give it time.
You want us to behave, Coco? You really must not be feeling good.
Yeah, she doesn't feel good. So
She doesn't.
I hope she feels
Courtney,
better.
we love you, sister.
You get better so we can act crazy together. That's how we roll.
Guess what I'm doing next weekend?
Coachworth.
I'm doing Coachworth Plantation for the next 2 days, thanks to Southern Paranormal.
I loved Coachworth. I've got the remote view there, and I've done walkthroughs with Rebecca and Eileen. It's a great location. Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
I did tell
Sarah.
She's doing a walkthrough with us this next time too.
Sarah, we're sending you love and peace. I just saw you posted something. I don't know what's going on, but sending love.
Who are we praying for so I know?
Sarah.
Sarah, lots of prayers, honey. We got you.
Right there's a girl.
I want to remind everybody, I try to remind y'all every show I can, when my computer's not popping up with stuff about mass shootings and standoff murder suspects, because I don't know what's going on here.
What?
Yeah, stuff just keeps popping up. Hold on, if I disappear, there we go. I'm back. It does not cost a dime to be kind. Here we go with pop-up ads on my computer again. This is really irritating my spirit right now.
I'm supposed to make a really kind of a
Eileen, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, as soon as she said that, no, it's not
it.
what you think. As soon as she said that, in my mind, I was like, please be kind and rewind.
I cannot. Now we're Blockbuster.
What? Yeah. Blockbuster.
Don't ask me why. It was like, please be kind and rewind.
Every one of their videos had that sticker on it.
And when I worked at Turtles, we had them too.
I think it's let's be kind and pass the wine.
I'm at your place.
All right.
I'm at your place. I'm coming.
What? Sharon is Karen, right?
My name is Beth Allen, and I don't know anything.
Okay, you can get back to your seriousness.
We'll go ahead and start the show off tonight because it's just going to be on and off. We're not even going to do a segment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Church of Thug. We are light hustlers, and I am your neighborhood light dealer. So, back to it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. You can pray for anyone, no matter what your spiritual choices are. Everybody prays. And there's a lot of people out here that need prayers. I urge you to look inside yourself and be that person that wants to provide comfort and kind words for others. It's not easy out here. There's people going through far worse than you are, and sometimes you may be going worse than them. But prayer is very powerful. Love is very powerful. And, we're all part of the same consciousness. We're all connected. Energy is a very, very strong in all of us. Now, here we go with the Yoda. I want to be Grogu, though, because he's cuter. I want to touch on a few things because I've seen a lot of people growing. And, I've been talking about it since roughly the end of August about how September was going to be and going into October. And I've I've grown a lot. I've watched other people grow a lot. And I think people are really starting to look inside themselves, because you have to go inside. You have to. One of the things that, I'm trying to fit like 100 shows into one show tonight. Look, y'all, I am just happy I'm high on life. We all need time to heal. We talk about forgiveness. You have to start with forgiving yourself. A lot of us harbor things that aren't even our faults, and we blame ourselves. Something that I have been very moved by spirit to bring up this week is survivors of domestic violence. Those are some of the strongest people you will ever meet. They've been there, they've been back, some of them have disabilities now. We tend to, but we can't save everyone. I had to realize that. People are not going to get help until they're ready to get help. You have to be very aware of your surroundings, people. You never know. Now, some people can spot a domestic violence victim anywhere. They've been there, they've done that, they got the draws, they got the t-shirt. You have to be a source of strength and light for these people. You want them to get out before it's too late. I've had some countless investigations, and the spirits that are left over from domestic violence.
And I do want to tune into that. Domestic violence is not just on the person who was actually getting the violence done to them, and that's either physical or mental abuse. It's the people who had to sit back and watch it and were too young to do anything about it at the time.
Yeah, domestic violence affects everyone. That's what people don't understand. Just like drug abuse, alcoholism, all these things affect the surrounding family. And men are like, let's get it. Anybody can be a victim of domestic violence. Men, women, children, the elderly. And let me bring this up. Maybe I should go to my dark place. If you touch kids or old people, I'm coming for you.
Amen.
I'm not, but nobody wants to get involved. Okay, well, there's a difference in getting involved and getting involved. So I'm seeing a lot of things. People watching women get beat on the side of the road in a public place, and nobody's doing anything. But they're recording it. Come on now. And I need those people to know tonight, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a child, I love you and I'm proud of you if you walked away from that and you survived. Whatever you came out with, I'm so proud of you. And remember, there's somebody else out there that's been where you've been, and there's somebody that's there now, and you can make a difference.
I went through it. It was not a good situation. It hurt. I was manipulated, verbally abused, and then lost my house, got torn up, was lucky to walk away.
Yep, but you got you, honey, and that's what matters. Because I've lost a few people that are no longer with us to domestic violence. So just know, people, once again, when you go into a location, you show respect, because you never know who you're communicating with. Show some respect, because the dead were living at one time.
Well, and here's my thing. So, as a domestic violence survivor from a high school sweetheart, who literally tried to drown me and kill me, it's difficult from the outside looking in for somebody that's never been in this position.
It is.
It's difficult to understand how somebody can not walk away immediately or put up with what they do. But here's the one thing that a lot of people will never tell you, never talk about, or never vocalize. Number one, the verbal abuse is far worse than the physical. Always.
Mental
Because
abuse never goes
the
away.
verbal abuse stays with you forever, no matter how much therapy you go through,
Yep.
no matter how much you process your feelings, it's still there. You're gonna remember it. You're gonna remember it, and there's gonna be triggers that are gonna make
Always.
you relive that. But
Always.
the thing is people who are victims of domestic violence, they are broken down mentally, and they can be the strongest person you've ever met in your life, but they're broken down to where they don't even realize what's happening to them mentally. It took my abuser a year to break me down, to get me to believe that I was nothing and that nobody cared and nobody was going to be there. So understand that it's not that they're stubborn, it's not that they're not listening, it's not that they don't want to hear you, it's that they mentally cannot.
No. And then if you
Cannot
remove them, everybody wants to go in and remove them. You can't do that. You can't, because they're not ready. Number one, because they think it's their fault.
Right.
And
They convince you that it's your fault, that you
Yeah.
do something wrong, that you deserve that. And then they convince you that you need to change yourself, when in reality it's them that's the issue.
yes, and it's really sad to see the one that my favorite one that they go to. And if I had known then what I know now, see, your girl has always had these hands. But see, when you're put in a position when you fear for other people, they use other people. And if you have kids, a lot of women are afraid to leave because they don't know how they're going to take care of their kids. So they stay and they take the abuse. One of my things was I didn't want my grandfather to go to jail. Because if my grandfather, oh Lord, and nobody could believe, because like I said, these hands they've been going. Like I came out like that. Like I was Sugar Ray when I was born. But it doesn't matter. One of the strongest, and I'm talking physically strongest, mixed martial artist, one of the best female fighters I've ever seen. She almost lost her life. And it can happen to anybody at any time. But I see so much of that with, what I do and trying to help people. And Spirit really moved me to say, hey, a lot of people need to hear that you got somebody to talk to, and that you're loved, you're worthy of love, you deserve love. And don't believe it when somebody says they're the only person that'll ever love you.
Right.
Well, I'm going to touch on this for something I've never, very, very few people know. If anyone, because I see a lot of people talking about how they're survivors or, whatever. Because I don't like to use the word victims. I like to use the word survivors. But if you do happen to have children in this situation, and say the person that is doing the abusing is that person's father, and you've got other children by another man, please understand that if that child's father never touched that child but touched their siblings, that is something that child is going to have to live with the rest of their lives. And it's going to especially if people change, people do change. There are some things in life that do make people change. I truly believe that. And I don't know if I'm making any sense because I know what I'm trying to say without truly saying it. But sometimes that can put a feud between the siblings and keep that tension there the rest of their lives. So do talk to the siblings. Tell them, to make, what am I trying to say? You girls know the situation. I'm trying to say it without
You
saying
can't blame a child for what their parent does.
Parent or step parent. You can't
blame a child.
them.
And
you can't blame that child for loving the parent that was the abuser.
No, because they don't know.
At the end of the day, we all know that, as a child, you're going to love your parents unconditionally. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Now, as an adult, you may grow into different feelings and emotions about a situation that occurred when you were a child. But in that moment, as a child, you have to come to the understanding that it's not, they can't help what that parent is doing.
Yeah.
And they can't take sides, and they're not going to unlove their mom or their dad for whatever reason. And I think one of the most important things to remember is always speak out, always say something, always talk about it. There's no shame in it. Always talk about it. And if you're ready to leave, then reach out, because there are programs out there. There are people out there that can and will help.
And I want to make sure that I say this. I, nor Eileen or Chrissy, we are not medically trained for psychiatrics or any of that. But I think just about all of us have worked with women and children and men that have been endangered by domestic violence or know someone. And, I am a light worker. I am a healer. I do work with, spiritual healing, spiritual counseling, but I am not a licensed professional. So I don't want anyone to get that twisted. I don't need that. I'm not one of them out here talking about I am, but I am.
Okay, so I'm not a licensed therapist, but I did have training when I worked in the rehab facility.
There you go.
So I do have trauma training.
I have a medical background, but not in that.
But I've lived this. I've been there.
I went to school to be a psychologist. Does that count?
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't finish it because
that's why I
analyzing my child when he was 5.
But you are a little light there, sister.
You are. You're the light.
Look, my child was 5. That's when I realized I needed to not be a psychologist. He was 5. I'm like, are you going to be a drug addict? Are you going to be? I started analyzing him. I was like, yeah, I need to switch.
Lord. Good Lord. Jesus, take the wheel. But most of that is because, we're all about empowerment. We're all about people getting to know their higher selves, getting in touch with their soul. Because a wise man once told me, you're born with everything you need to seek the answers. You have to look inside. And I'm all about empowering people to see just how special they are. And each and every one of us has been created in a very unique way. People need to actually look at each other's souls instead of looking at the meat suit. Because, hey, man, the soul is a beautiful thing.
Well, and I think one thing Beth is saying in this is, even though we may not be able to give advice, we may not be able to do this, that, or the other, but one thing we are able to do is, if you are going through anything, we are able to be ears to listen to you.
And find you somebody to help you.
Resources that are available in your area, we will find them.
Because that's what we do.
Right.
We got love for everybody. And we just want to see people reach their highest potential. See what it's like to truly love yourself and understand just how important you are in every situation. I don't like bullies. And that's what it's all about. People That's what domestic violence is about. It's about control. It's about bullying. That's what rape's about. Control. But I got a trick for them. See, what you do in this situation is you pretend you turn the situation around. Oh, I like that. Oh. And that freaks them out and they'll run away. No, not all the time, just saying. But I'm also a believer in every young girl and woman should know how to defend themselves on the ground. 92% of all attacks on women go to the ground. Typically, we either end up raped or murdered because we don't know how to fight on the ground. It's very important. You must know how to protect yourself. And I wish I could tell you that everything is rainbows, and it's not. There are people out there. They're not ready yet. You be ready. And you're not alone. You're not the only person that's ever been through it. But accept love. Don't make I don't want to say the same mistakes, but the same mistakes. Know that you are loved. Know that you're worthy of love. It's okay to accept it. You deserve it. We all do. I'm very fortunate. I have people that told me they were going to love me whether I wanted them to or not.
I wonder who all those people probably were. Todd, Leanne, Denise, Ernie, Chrissy, Eileen, Rebecca.
There's a list. They were going to make me let them love me whether I wanted to or not. And
that's right. You don't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice. There was headlocks and handcuffs and.
Listen, there have been times where I had to turn green in my head spin to get Beth to come back to reality. That look, you're going to be loved, damn it, whether you want to or not. We're not going to have that negative attitude. Flat out. Bam, that's it.
I trained her well on that level. See what I did it to her and she flipped it on me and I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on.
But I'll never forget our first conversation, all three of us together. I had got the phone. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. I was like, I'm going to bed. Bye.
Oh,
Like,
and it's been like that ever since, though.
And don't sweat the small stuff, people. Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be okay. And love yourself. Love yourself.
Excuse me. It's been a long week.
Don't drink a lot of wine. And yeah, just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't drink wine.
Just daiquiris.
I can't.
Or those.
Listen. No. Oh, I think my espresso brownie's kicking in.
Yeah. Wait, where's that song? Be like,
This woman over here was
where's Todd when I need him?
brownie.
Yep. And mama said, take time for yourself. That's right. Always.
Oh, we love you too.
Thank you. Sorry if it's kind of a little off tonight.
Now, let me tell you about this little Spitfire right here. Leanne's mama is the cutest little thing you ever seen. Now, she'll sit there and try to tell you she's this, that, and the third, how old she is. And I'm like, yeah, right. She's 50. The fountain of youth, she found it. She is the prettiest thing and the sweetest thing. And I just absolutely love her. And she might be one of the only 3 people that can put me in my place. I'm pretty sure my meemaw went and found Leanne's mama and said, will you please take care of my baby? And I'm just saying.
Sarah, I think you're trying to say a lot of people don't know what loving yourself means. I would agree with that. And I think that kind of leads back to the circumstances of childhood.
Yes.
Because you learn what you live, and what becomes normal is what you see as a child. So for one child who is in a situation where they're not hugged and told they're loved and how special they are, and surrounded with that positive energy all the time, their ideal of love is going to be far different than the child who lived in an environment where they were hugged and kissed every night and read stories to and sheltered essentially
Yeah.
to the harshes of the world. So it's a perspective, and that's something that you can relearn and retrain yourself out of.
Yes.
But it can be a problem because you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else.
Yep. And then that's a problem too for there's multiple reasons. Children that are born to younger parents, that they're not even old enough to nurture themselves. And I was very blessed. My grandparents, hey man, there was a hug, a kiss, I love you. It was beat into me. So I'm a very loving person. And, loving yourself. Let's see how I can put this. Make time for yourself. Pamper yourself.
Hey, I did that at night.
Yeah, we know. We've done it with you.
That does all deny.
Listen, we are not going to go there because the whole
stand in your truth, people. Be who you are. Be proud of who you are.
Hello to everyone that I'm missing.
You have a voice. Use it. Use that throat chakra, folks. You say what's on your mind. Do it. Don't care what anybody else thinks. As long as it's not, cussing somebody out and just being a Karen. But if you have something to say and you feel a certain way, say something. Don't let people make you feel bad for who you are. I want you to look at the person right here with her hands up on this screen. I've been there. I've done that. I am a beast now. I am an apex predator. I will love you and whoop you at the same time, and then I'm going to heal you when we're done. You can get these hands one of two ways. But I will never let anyone silence me again. Ever. I stand up for what's right. I speak for those who can't speak.
Hey,
I am all about the underdog, and I want the hair back.
But I want to speak on this, and because of where your background's from, you can understand what I'm saying too. A lot of people, I think genetically too, and you can say it is genetically, people from lower income areas, people that grow up in hoods and trailer parks and places like that, we develop mental problems. I don't know if you want to call it walls, blocks. I'm going to deal with a situation differently than somebody from a different area. If you come from a better area and you weren't accustomed to violence, you're accustomed to having verbal confrontations with people that don't turn physical. It'll be, hey, this, that, but y'all don't actually never get physical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you come from my situation, I'm shell-shocked. You threaten me, I got to see about that because I don't want you to sneak up behind me and get me behind my back. I want to see it coming head up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It takes a long time to acclimate yourself. It really does.
And I got a flight or fight mechanism to where I'm good until you get too close to me.
That's all about boundaries, Jason. And you have to let people know, hey, look, I'm a good guy because you are. Yeah, Jason, I love you. But we have to let people know, hey, look, we ain't from the same place. We're not made the same way.
Yeah, we don't come from the same caste. We don't.
I mean, think about it. Everybody who knows me, thugs cry too. I love everybody. I want to show love. I want people to see what is inside of them. But there's limits. There's boundaries. There's how we perceive things, Jason, is going to be different how somebody else does. But I've gotten better.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something too. Unfortunately, dealing with the lower class of society, they got energy suckers. These people,
Oh, there's energy vampires
they'll
everywhere.
never give, and they're going to continue to take, and they'll suck you dry. They'll make you miserable just to be around them in their presence.
That's why you gotta.
Whores.
And don't take this nowhere weird, folks, on the screen, not in the chat room. You have to get your vibration up. I'm just saying.
Jason got with me.
They usually come with speed adjustments.
Yes. But I mean, it's all about maintaining boundaries, learning to block, learning to ground. But Jason, the one thing I will tell you, honey, is you've seen it. In a lot of those situations, the parents don't show a lot of love, like they don't see a lot of affection. So that's a problem too. They don't know what affection is. A lot of these kids out here that people don't get it if they've never been exposed. Kids are born into gangs.
No, I know that. And you know my situation coming from where I came from, neighborhood, all that. But
you and I know this. Other people, not unless you've been around it, they don't know it.
Very cold.
Now,
my people were very, very cold. Like they didn't, hugging and kissing and shit like that. We didn't do that. It was more of a, you're gonna get in line. You're gonna say good morning, yes sir, no sir.
Oh.
You're gonna be at the time.
1 second, Melvin. I love you very, very much. You go get some rest, and I'm gonna call and check on you tomorrow. And we praying for you. I love
Good night, Melvin. Love you.
Good night, Melvin. Okay, I need to interrupt.
Sorry,
just
he was going to bed.
I know. I need to interrupt just a second, Jason. Now, as far as the gangs, yes, that is on the normally the lower income, things like that. So that part definitely. But no matter what bracket you're in financially, no matter what bracket you grew up in, a lot of times the people in the higher brackets don't get shown the love, and
they're very cold as well.
Well, no, that's why the point I'm making is that regardless of where you come from, I came from a cold-hearted family. I came from a family that was not affectionate. We're actually very violent. My dad's side is very violent, and I was exposed to things and seeing things at a young age. But I'm a very affectionate. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
Like, I need affection. Like when I'm with somebody, I need to have that physical, emotional touch with them. If I don't, I'm not compatible with that person. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what we call that? We call that breaking the generational curse, Jason.
Yeah.
And you have. Because I know you. You are a loving human being. And it has been an honor to watch you grow into the man that you are growing into. A loving, compassionate. You're showing men, and that's one of the things about Todd. Y'all are strong men, but you're showing men and young men it's okay to love and care and be yourself and embrace that compassion and love.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what a generation got it messed up, but man, I'm an 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s. Go to say, and y'all must have forgot when Tupac said, "I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die." What is coward about crying?
That's nothing. Crying is cleansing.
A man said they don't have no feelings, they're lying.
Well, Tupac also said you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm pretty sure you're talking about me.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what this is about. This is what our family is about. And I want to see that it's our job to share with these people and show them that, Jason. That's what our jobs are. To let people know. Look what you broke that, Jason. You will not be that. Anybody that remembers you and knows you, you won't be remembered as, oh, that guy was cold. You'll be remembered as, man, that guy was funny and he cared about people and he was kind-hearted. That's what you'll be remembered for. Not like the rest of them. I know. I broke it in mine.
He'll also have on his tombstone paranormal penis.
Matter of fact, the tombstone.
Mama, I love you. I didn't say it.
I said
coming out the ground.
everybody was thinking it. What?
Mama wasn't.
He just said that the tombstone was going to be in the shape of a penis.
And I can't. Once again, Mama.
I'm sorry, Leanne's mama. But this is us. And I know that obviously you had Miss Lovely Leanne, so you've had intercourse at some point in time.
No, she didn't. She's a saint.
We're a little on the perverted side, so I don't hide that. I'm sorry. This is me. And she's
Todd,
started laughing.
save me, Todd. Todd.
Leanne, just to save your brain, you were artificially inseminated.
No, she was a miracle.
Well,
She was immaculate conception.
Jesus, take the wheel.
So was Zachary, because Leanne's a saint too.
I can't. So moving on, Kristen said, Chris is upset at me because I take care and worry about everyone else but myself most of the time. Kristen, we kind of touched on this a few weeks ago.
Let's
So
get it on.
You cannot give and give and give and never get. You cannot empty that cup and not refill it. And let me tell you, if you let that cup empty all the way before you refill it, it is so hard to get that cup even to where you can feel normal. I tell you this because I went through this 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was so low that I reached out to my sisters and said, please pray for me right now, because I'm in a spot where I have never felt like this. But I'm that person that when somebody comes to me and says, Chrissy, I need, or Chrissy, can you talk to me? Chrissy, can you do this for me? Chrissy, what do you think about this? I'm that person that when you call me, I'm going to pick up that phone and I'm going to talk to you. And I'm going to do what needs to be done, no matter what. It don't matter what's going on in my world, in my life. I'm going to put you first. But if I empty that cup all the way, then I can't even take care of myself or you.
No, there's nothing left.
So you have to replenish it with the positive people around you that love you. You have to
set boundaries.
Self-care is number one. Number one. You have to. It's no, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to. Because you can't lose yourself.
I want to touch on Divine, and I'm sorry if I say it wrong, but yes, I mean, she said, I hear paranormal stuff, and I don't know if that was meaning, are we talking paranormal or talking about Jason? And yes, all this does wrap into paranormal, because if you don't cleanse yourself and you go into a location, you are doing yourself harm in some cases.
You have to go in positive. People go into these, oh Lord, here we go again. This is a discussion that has been brought up a lot. And Leanne and Todd and I have lived it, where people say that the metaphysical and the paranormal don't go together. You can't have one without the other. That's just period. There has to be boundaries put in place. I may have yelled at Eileen once or twice and Chrissy once or twice about it. And then Leanne and Todd yelled at me about it, and several other people. And then Chrissy and Eileen yelled at me too. But
Chrissy's yelled at me.
I did. I became the Hulk momentarily, and I did. And that was that week that I was losing it because I had just had it.
She was drained.
I was at ground zero.
Yeah, I've seen it. You know, we've all been there and done that. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first, because you're the one who has to walk your path and go on your journey. No one else can do it for you, and they can't tell you how to do it. You have to be able to look inside of yourself. I'm not telling you not to care about other people, but you know what? People will take and take and take if you let them. And you know, what about you? And Howard, I'm done with you right now with that. But it is hard. I've been that person, and it stressed me out so bad that I was sick for 9 months, and
for months.
And that was also after going. I was sick before that for months on end. After I went into a very low vibrational location that everybody seems to think that it's like the Disneyland of paranormal locations, when the place is not haunted, it's downright evil. But if you don't take care of yourself, you can't ground yourself, you can't protect yourself, there has to be boundaries.
Howard, you say you're closed off, and yes, in general you are, but to those of us who know you on a personal level and are close to you, you do let that veil down.
Yeah.
You're a great guy. You're just as caring and loving.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's never been anything but nice to me, and he doesn't seem closed off at all.
Well, and I'll say sometimes if I'm now there's times where I just like, okay, no, I can't talk to anyone. I just need my moments. Like today, as soon as I got home, I love my granddaughter, but I was like, told my daughter, I was like, I need you to get her. I need to have 30, 45 minutes by myself. No noise, nothing. I mean, when I say no noise, of course I'm watching TV or something just for the background. But sometimes, like if someone's having a bad day, it makes me feel better. And it's kind of it's selfish, but talking to that person to make that person feel better.
No, but that's the exchange.
That's what you're designed to do. It gives to you and to them. And that's how it's supposed to work in energy exchange.
Right.
Yeah. I get it.
Listen, I just want to leave this comment up here and say that
I'm not looking.
Leanne's mama was rolling. She was laughing at me. So she knows that we're not all innocent, and ain't none of us innocent. Okay.
I am.
No, stop it.
I think I
give that woman a heart attack.
Mama's sitting there right now going, not my Beth. She's a sweet little angel.
Mama, you need to talk to me. Yes, you're Beth. She's just as naughty as the rest of us, if not worse.
Mama, they're lying.
How do you think we're all friends?
Exactly.
I don't know what happened. They broke me.
Sideways perverts.
Do I need to bring Michael in here for this conversation? That no one ever hears from Michael, but
I'm a prude. Remember, I'm the paraprude as well. Just saying.
You are, but who's always the one who says, well, there's paranormal penis?
I said it was spiritual.
Who's the one that created the idea of that?
Was it not Jason?
No.
Yeah.
Was it you or was
it? It was Jason. God, look at y'all. Look at y'all trying to blame me for stuff I didn't even do.
Well, no, but you always bring it up in every show.
I said
I just said it was spiritual.
I said I wanted to bring a show out called The Paranormal Penis, where people could come on and tell their stories about how they were molested by ghosts.
I can't.
He said that.
I can't.
But you know, I see what Chris is saying. She was saying, yeah, she does have 5 kids. That's a big family, honey.
Lord, I can't. Well, you need to listen to Kristen.
Todd told Leanne that, and Leanne became a monster, and now she flips tables on people.
Tell you what, I mean,
and he blamed it on me.
I'm glad Leanne likes me.
Leanne is a sweet pie.
Shoot, I don't know. I'm glad Beth likes me. She scares me.
You love me.
I do like watching paranormal stuff. I won't do it myself as I forget to protect me. Okay, so are you saying you like to watch other people investigate, but you won't investigate yourself? What are you talking about there, Divine?
I think she's saying she would forget to use protection. Now that didn't sound good.
I know it did not, but I wasn't going to go there.
I think what it is.
I'm just going to eat my Pop-Tart. It's chocolate.
What's Leanne's mama's name? Mama Leanne?
Mama
Please.
Ann.
Best starting it.
I think we forget sometimes the way our conversations normally go.
I'm just gonna eat my Pop-Tart.
Like I
You're
said,
right.
I'll be walking through the house and we'll all be chatting, and Mike will be like, I don't even know if I want to hear this conversation. A lot of times I'm like, look, Michael, look at them. They're corrupting me.
You know, it's funny.
Did she just blame us?
What?
Did she just blame us?
Okay. Now let's talk about New Orleans, because you were not an angel, ma'am. You were not an angel. You were not an angel. You suggested some shenanigans. That's all.
I mean, I'm not saying that there were $1 bills, garter belts, and poles, but
I mean, just because I throw out ideas that I know would make my sisters happy, I mean, that's just the loving in me, just to make sure y'all are happy with the type, with y'all.
You made me stop having the best sex I had since I've been with Jason.
Mama, close your ears. Mama, close your ears.
I'm just saying. So,
sweet Jesus.
That's all I got. That's all I got. You know I love you if I stopped having sex to come see you. I'm just saying.
Well, but I'm not saying you don't love me. I'm just saying any bad ideas I have, that's just because I know you would enjoy them.
I was enjoying him.
I cannot.
Well, you think I drove 3 hours to go see Howard? I mean, come on now.
Well,
that just messed me up. I'm just saying.
I mean, seriously. Shit. We were still new to the being together thing.
I take it Howard's no longer on because he did not respond to that.
Hey, David. Yes, Leanne is a flipping table queen.
Vampire suckers, yeah.
They are.
I hear my grandbaby.
I get
and
it.
I saw Miss Joanne's comment. Miss Joanne, I know what you're talking about looking in the mirror, but let me tell you something. I know what I see when I see you. I love you, Joanne. From day one, I just love talking to you, and all your support has meant so much to me.
Well, and here's my thing. So, Miss Joanne, I struggle with that too, because I will be the first one to say to Beth or Leanne or Eileen or any of the sisters, in that I get frustrated with, I can fix everybody else, but I can't fix myself.
Amen. Can I get a witness? Let the church say amen.
I am fantastic about fixing other people, but when it comes to fixing myself, I struggle with that.
Hallelujah.
Because you have to dig deep within yourself, and you have to face those harsh realities that you don't want to face and process for yourself. It's easy to help someone else do that, but for yourself, it's freaking hard. It sucks.
Yeah.
I just have to say, I think Kristen is my new best friend. You got to see her comment because she knows me so well.
I loved you. We're going to have to. I think she was talking about my halo.
Nope, I think she's talking about mine.
I'm pretty sure she was talking about mine.
Kristen, listen, ma'am, I was loving you like a sister, but if you're going to say Eileen has a halo and she is innocent, no, ma'am, she is not. She encouraged me to drink a whole gallon of daiquiri. And then tried to record it while I was a little bit on the inebriated side. Luckily, Karma stepped in and the recording didn't happen.
I got a 44 ounce. I even said, "Are you sure you want that?" My sweet self said, "Are you sure you want a whole gallon?" I'm looking at 44 ounce.
What? Who's on the show?
What?
All I heard, I thought it was just me and you, and then some blonde chick popped up talking about she's all sweet and innocent.
That's what I'm saying. This can't be Eileen. Eileen is not innocent. Now, she's sweet.
See, I even
She has a heart of gold,
That is true.
but she is not innocent. She does not have a halo.
maybe that's gonna be the next thing I buy. I'm gonna buy y'all a halo. I'm gonna buy a halo.
I mean, she might dress up like a sexy angel every now and then for her husband, but I'm sure there's a halo in there.
Horns come out.
I'm just, oh, well,
I'm just saying.
the devil is a
Sorry,
lie.
Mama. Sorry, Mama. Sorry, Mama.
Listen, I only ate half that. I can't even talk. Half of my espresso brownie, and I have a shit ton of energy. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Help me, people.
But it's,
Talk.
see, guys, everything does not have to be textbook, big words for people to be reached. Just like, you know, some people are sugar and spice and everything nice. I am not. I handle things a little more direct because not everybody needs to hear, oh, Johnny, don't go over there beating up on Timmy. And then next thing you know, by the time they turn 15, Timmy has been decapitated because somebody told Johnny in a real friendly voice. You know, I mean, you have to, some people need the bluntness.
Like Beth. You can't be all nice and sweet and cuddly with Beth. You have to say, bitch, no, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So Beth is the only one that needs that?
Well,
Oh, no,
you
you need-
I was using Beth as an example.
With you, there needs to be like gloves.
No, Chris.
Pow, pow.
A few times we're like, listen, right back to her.
How many times have we said that Beth and I are a lot alike?
Very much.
Just saying.
Very much.
Here I come, the voice of reason.
So, most of the time,
Yes,
this
I'll
is
give
true.
that.
I'll give her that. I'll give her that. Leanne, Todd is the same. Todd is the same.
Yeah.
Like, I have to send Todd messages every now and then. Make it stop.
Now, I think the angriest I've ever been with both of y'all, and not really you, Chrissy, is when Beth doesn't see in herself what we see in Beth.
But
That
I've
will
handled
get
that.
me angry.
I have handled that, though, because let me tell you.
You have.
The last 2 weeks have been very, I mean, it's been going on. Y'all have watched me grow for a while. The last 2 weeks, and then after seeing the Soul Fam and spending that time breaking bread, the fellowship, and Todd and Leanne and chokeholds and you guys and the thoughts of you all strangling me. I had to take some time to heal some soul fractures.
Is
And-
he dying over there?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
dying over here.
We'll keep going.
But it has been, I had to get to that point, and I want that for other people, and I want to help other people get to that point when you have to realize you deserve to be loved. It's okay to accept love. It's okay.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that keeps me from being what's the spectrum? Eileen angry to Chrissy angry to Satan angry.
Yeah.
You're still muted, Chrissy.
I know, but I knew y'all'd see me laughing when you said, "What's the spectrum?"
Yeah. There've been several of the, well, I'm just so mad right now. Okay, so are you like Papa Smurf angry, or are you Chrissy mad? Are you Beth angry?
Beth angry is probably worse than Satan angry.
But are we at Satan? And the response, I'm at Satan. I'm like, oh God, did her head just spin?
Right.
I think we even do that when we call each other. I'm so angry right now. How angry? I
Yeah.
got to call a job before I go. I'm at the point of past Chrissy angry.
Like we're really gonna do a ruler. Like we really are one day.
We need to.
Yeah.
We'll have
There's
to
gonna-
make that into a banner that we can pop up. This is our emotional measurement tool.
Yeah. And we need one for Leanne that shows somebody flipping tables.
Yeah.
The barometric, what is it called? The barometric,
Barometer.
yeah, thank you. that it kind of just fills up with different everybody's level.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And mine changes colors.
Yours will stay purple. What are you talking about?
I never
Mine
forget.
vibrates.
I'm just going to keep moving on with this conversation. There was this one time
At band camp.
at band camp, and Eileen and I were talking, and she just looked at me and she goes, "You know, for a thug, you sure do like pretty colors."
We were looking at like sparkly tarot cards.
Yeah,
Oh.
I do like color. I like pretty things. You know, might be the fairy in me. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
And for those that want to know, and they love me a lot, I do like Fendi. I'm just saying. Fendi purses are my favorite. But yeah, there's a lot with self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, healing, your soul fractures. There's a lot because we're born with the natural ability to heal ourselves. But in order to do that, we have to heal our soul first. And that's the truth, Ruth.
You are in a rhyming mood tonight.
I haven't even got started real good. Hashtag thugs cry too. Oh, it depends on my mood.
I've been told my aura is it's a purple.
I get a lot of purple, and I've also gotten like that gold, red, crimson kind of color. I can
Someone told me
fluctuate.
mine once. I don't remember mine.
Yours is blue.
I don't know. When I'm around that old man back there, it might be black.
No, that's mood. We're talking about your soul aura, woman.
I cannot right now.
I can't. Y'all ever have those mood rings as kids?
Yes, I had
Those are the neatest.
I had the nail
things.
polish.
I got the nail polish too. It
Oh,
doesn't work.
what? I got my nails done today.
I'm jealous. I need to go get mine done.
Yeah, Beth has probably been the longest she's gone without getting her nails did.
Yeah, I got a manicure, but I got them, short because I, delivering packages and stuff. If I break a nail, I'm gonna be like, no, I ain't got time for that.
Well, I mean, these are my real nails, so I just get them painted.
Well, mine, I typically, girl, I'll be sitting out there on fleek, like just bling.
Jason went with me today.
Did he get a pedicure?
No, but
You know, I got Michael getting pedicures now.
Real men get pedicures.
Jason's gone with me and gotten pedicures. I didn't even get a pedicure. I just got my nails done for Halloween.
Do you know what I want to do? I want to go get one of those pedicures with a little fish.
Oh, where they bite
Bite the dead skin off.
No, here's what's amazing.
Not piranha. I'm like not trying to stick my feet in some piranhas, Chrissy.
Michael, the big deal about Michael with pedicures, he hates feet. Hates them.
Yeah, I'm not a
He
feet
doesn't want people
fan.
to touch. He won't touch feet. He doesn't want people to touch his feet. He would probably walk around with his big toe hanging off before he'll let someone touch it, just sew it back on. So him getting a pedicure is a big deal.
Yeah, my kids
Yeah.
are real funny about feet too. So
But it feels good, and I mean, it's cleansing.
Actually,
Yeah,
it feels
especially
good
if you
and
get-
cleansing when I'm laughing at him going, that feels good. He probably hears me talking about him.
We love Michael.
I mean, it's just like one of the things. We're spinning around people all over the place because this is how we roll, baby. One of the questions I got asked recently, and we all have started out at different times when it came to investigating and knowing, when we started having experiences and whatnot. I've been doing it my whole life. I don't advise any children watching this to skip school, but I mean, as a teenager, I was skipping school and doing paranormal investigations.
Always get permission, kids.
Just saying, because the police will pick you up. Sorry.
The truancy officer will roll up.
Yo, no, the folks rolled up. 12, the one timer, the real deal, the sheriff. And was like,
hell.
well, hello, Beth. Hello.
Oh my
And I-
gosh.
And I want to add to that too. If any of you get a private client, please don't just say, "Oh, you've got a demon."
Lord Jesus, no D's. Well, except for D's.
Except for Chrissy.
Hey, it's spiritual. It's angelic. It ain't demonic.
Well, it could be. It makes out the demon in you.
If you take it away,
I can't breathe.
Right. Don't you be taking my demon away from me. Dude, that's my happy place. It's therapeutic.
I'm just glad you don't answer the phone anymore.
That's a
Listen,
hard no.
Howard called my phone yesterday, and he called me on Messenger. Well, I was busy with Jason, so I didn't answer it. So then he called my phone number, and of course I didn't answer it right away. So I called him back. He left me a voice message that said, "Hey, get off that dick, woman!
Ah!
Let go of that dick."
I'm loving David right now, just sharing the love.
I'm just saying, gosh, I like the love. I like the dick. Isn't that a good thing?
Jesus Christ.
Tara Thug, cover your ears.
Okay, I'll shut up.
That caffeine got her like, woo-hoo!
I'm just upset you didn't share any. You didn't mail us all some, and so we could all have some.
That's okay. So what had happened was at the hall on Saturday night, I still have not found out who made the brownies, by the way. So I walk in there and there's this lonely plate of brownies on the table.
Never eat the brownies.
Oh, no. See, the thug has a brownie problem. Just saying. So I had one, and there's several pictures of me going, like I'm caught with the brownie. And I'm going around asking, nobody ever claimed that they made these brownies. So I go back in, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot still there.
Hold on. I gotta interrupt. Read David's comment, but keep talking now.
And so I had another.
That's right, David. That's
And
right.
another.
Let me
I
show you.
I ate more of the brownies than anyone. Hey, Donald. Hello, brother. I love you.
That's for Donald. So you ate several brownies.
And I still don't know who made those brownies. So whoever made those brownies at Octagon Hall last Saturday night, I love you and thank you.
Oh, so they were okay brownies. They weren't laced brownies.
They were awesome brownies. You know just how the moist brownies, but they still stick together. They don't fall apart. They're just right. They were perfect brownies.
You said the word.
I'm a brownie connoisseur. Just saying.
Woo!
Oh, there's my brother. That's my brother, Chris. You guys haven't met Chris yet. That's my Viking brother that you always hear Todd and Leanne talk about with the long red beard. That's my
Hi,
battle.
Chris. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Chris.
That is Addie's daddy. My niece. That's her daddy.
Oh, hey, we've heard so much about you.
Yes, we have. Can't wait to meet you in person.
He's amazing. He's put up with me for a very long time. Been through a lot together, and he's always had my back. And we have a team here in Georgia. It's Terminus Paranormal. And before I forget, Wicked Woman Paranormal LLC page has disappeared. You two know. My account was hacked Thursday evening, and my Wicked Woman Paranormal LLC page is gone. So I will have to redo my Wicked Woman page. It's going to be revamped with a lot of, positive stuff. I'm still about, what the original mission was to support women in the paranormal community and empower women, not just in the paranormal community, but in general. So, guys, be looking out for that because we'll have to redo it. It's going to take me a little while to get it back together.
Y'all, I apologize. I keep yawning tonight. It's been a long 2 weeks.
It's the wine.
I'm actually drinking Diet Coke.
You should be drinking coffee or eating an espresso brownie.
Well, I would if you would have sent me one.
I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper as usual.
I partied all last week and sat in seminars, and then I did budget meetings all this week.
I can't.
I miss brownies. I need me some brownies.
Listen, this brownie is bomb.
I got fudge Pop-Tarts.
Those are good.
Oh yes, it's the breakfast of parathugs. But another thing that I forgot to touch base on because of the question I got asked through a message. I was a solitary investigator for many, many years. My brother Chris, that's on here, he and I attempted to join some baddie team down here, and it was not a good fit for us. So I warn everybody, be very careful when going into the team setting. But I started and found my love for events and paranormal tours and teaching, historical paranormal tours, teaching people about paranormal investigating at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee. And that's where I met Todd and Leanne. And it was a very important part of our journey. And we met so many wonderful people. Old South Pittsburgh is a wonderful location. And that's where, and Todd and Leanne, they were actually on the board at Rosemont in Gallatin, Tennessee. And they did events there as well. And then we were at Waverly for a brief time. But we've helped at several other locations as well doing events. And it's just, we love what we do. We love meeting people. We love making a difference, seeing people's faces when they have an experience, whether it be their first or 100th. And I urge people, do what makes you happy. Do what you love. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And, as a person that has stressed myself to the max, worried about other people and what they've got to say, or if they're trespassing against me or they're talking about me, I don't care. I don't care. I don't. I'm not worried about drama anymore. I don't care. He said, she said. Let me judge you based on you. Not. I've made the mistake. Instead of trusting myself, I fell for some other stuff. But I had to get a hold of myself because I was not happy with me. And now I'm going to do what I love and be happy doing it. If you like me, I love you. If you don't like me, that's cool. I'm not your cup of tea.
Well, and that's what we've talked about before. Someone has got to have, it's one thing to kind of chit chat with your family. But someone's got to have such either a horrible life or have no life at all, which I don't think that, just to sit there and be worried about everyone else's lives.
Yeah, no. Hey, I'm all about who you are as a person. I'm you know what? Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. And Kristen, we still need to have you on the show. We want to get with you. And
I'm not ignoring the chat, Kristen, but
Divine, thank you. We really appreciate that because this is what we're all in this together. We are. It takes a nation. It takes a village. there's so much. Just open your heart, open your mind. Hey, if somebody doesn't like you, don't sit up and talk about them. You know, my thing is this, and I'm going to stand by this, and I stand on this. I'm all about everybody being an individual, doing their own thing, as long as they're not hurting anyone or being disrespectful. But for my family, I will do great and terrible things. And that's I stand on that. But if you ain't bothering me, I'm not going to bother you. And it is what it is. People can take it for what it is. I don't do drama, I'm sorry, Mama, if you're still watching. I damn sure don't do it on social media. I'm about this life. I was born about this life.
Like I said, I might talk to my sisters, meaning y'all, about things, but social media is not the place.
Yeah, there's too much going on. And then here's the thing.
Donald is full of drama. I'll talk bad about Donald on social media. So yeah. I take that back.
Donald and Rebecca, Southern Paranormal, has the least drama in the paranormal community. Period.
And I will say, since Donald's on here,
I agree with that statement. I agree.
If none of y'all got the chance to do the Old Southern Funeral Home, unfortunately, it has sold. And, you know, Donald, you did great with that. I'm very proud of you and Doyle and Rebecca for stepping out and having that location and fighting so hard to get that location. Okay, there was my niceness for you for a moment. That's it.
I mean, I was very, if you never got to go, I will say this. I had one of my most insane experiences at that funeral home. Just period. I was with the people I love, and it was, and I'll be putting it in my book. That was, that was crazy experience. But it was live. I mean, it was great fun, great location, great people. But, you know, Southern Paranormal's got a lot to offer. They are wonderful individuals. And
if y'all ever get a chance to investigate with them, do it.
I'm proud to call them family.
You know, between them and TPPS, I mean, they are real. They are, no offense to anybody else, but Donald and Doyle, I was kind of in a bad situation in the paranormal world, and Donald and Doyle stepped up. I knew Don before I knew Rebecca, and I'll never forget the first time I met Rebecca. I think she wanted to beat my butt. But yeah, they're like welcoming. They're like, oh, you want to come do this? Come on with us. Let's do this together. And that meant a lot to me. And that's how we all became friends.
Sorry. Oh, I might have to plan a trip to New England now. I might have to do that.
I mean, people who don't know Donald and I mean, that is my brother. And if anybody knows me, I'm going to the more I rag you, the more I love you.
And I want to start doing something now. And I encourage everybody to do this. We're going to stop saying the paranormal community, because anybody is welcome here. You don't have to be a paranormal investigator. Hell, you don't even have to like the paranormal. We want everybody. Come see about us. Let's learn from one another. Let's hold each other up. And let's talk about whatever. Because life is too short. There's a lot of people out here that are, I'm very proud. You two both know we've gotten messages from people that tell us, oh, how happy we made them just by being us. And that touched me. That touched me. And that means we're doing the right thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we're here to spread love, light, humor,
Yep.
peace, kindness, understanding,
Consciousness.
maybe a little bit of frustration, sexual humor. I mean, whatever it takes in the moment. It is
Yeah.
this is us. This is the real us.
We're all
Fun,
about love. Love, light, and you know what? Whatever your journey is, we don't all have to have the same views. That's what makes it so beautiful.
Y'all
Right.
want to see Chrissy and Beth roll their eyes? So here on the fence, so over here you can look at it this way, and over here you.
Listen, I can't.
Pew, pew,
I can't.
pew, pew.
No.
Did I ever tell y'all, kind of off subject a little bit, only because Donald's like messing with me. Did I ever tell y'all how I met Rebecca?
My little bag of kick ass in a Hello Kitty bag. That's
So
my baby.
keep in mind, I had known Donald for a couple of years. Again, if anybody's ever met me, I'm gonna rag the heck out of you if I like you. If I just kind of go, hey, how are you doing? And I don't know you, I'm not gonna say I don't like you, but I don't know, I don't know you. And so I'm the type that will walk by and I will slap your butt. And so I was so used to doing it to Donald and Rebecca. I walked by Donald. I went, not Donald and Rebecca, but Donald and Doyle. I walked by and did it. It's the first time I ever met Rebecca. As she walked up behind me, I turned around and those eyes, I was like, oh crap.
That little thing there, you don't want the problems.
Now it's like, we'll all be, the three of us will be in the hotel room, and me and Donald try to put our shoes on and sneak out of the room to go get coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning. And now Rebecca just cusses us out when we try to be nice to her.
She does. They called me when they were on the road, and next thing I know, Rebecca's snatching the phone. Give me the phone. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill them both.
Now it's like it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were waking. I'm like, Rebecca, breakfast at hotels don't even.
She didn't care. She did not care. She was mad. I thought she was gonna snatch both them children up by the nape of their neck and just kill them.
You know, I'm more scared. I'm not scared of Donald, but boy, I mean, I am scared of Rebecca. Like when I stayed the night at their house, I'm an early riser, and I mean, I'm like tiptoe because they have that old 1800s house, a floor squeak. I'm like tiptoeing, going, oh, don't squeak, don't squeak, don't squeak.
Well, I know that sister has another. I'm in the office, girl. I got my office with my fan. I got air purifiers, the whole nine, because I don't smoke in the house. But this thing is sealed.
I'm being Chrissy today.
It's sealed up. Why am I paranormal swamp talk right now?
Why are we swamp talk?
Oh yeah, I don't know because my thing just flipped when I hit the tab.
I have weather stripping in here, so because I can't smoke in the house, but I will smoke in this little tiny office.
I'm being Chrissy today. I got this for my road trip that I had to drive a ride with Kenton smoke in the car. So I was like, yeah, someone's gonna die.
Oh yeah, no, that won't work. But Sister Lou does have another show coming up that she's got to do, and we are beyond grateful and blessed to have you all that join us on Friday evenings. We are so very thankful, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday and the one after that and whatever happens after that if I'm still kicking, and share some more stuff with you guys, and you share with us. And we truly do. When we say we love our people, we love our people.
And make sure y'all stay on this on the page, because you're going to be seeing Unholy Trinity shortly, and the beautiful the beautiful Listen
Queen
will be on.
Just like Todd is the Todd, Chrissy is the Listen Queen. I love you, Donald.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, and kindness. Thanks for tuning in. Like they said, Unholy Trinity, 10:30. I believe the guest is Ken Allen. I also believe my wonderful future husband is going to attend this podcast with me.
Is he going to be farting?
No, he might be offering some insight into his personal perspectives.
I'll be tuning in.
Of what?
But you tune in and find out.
Just saying. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in as always.
Love y'all. Have a good night.
Love you.